I'm not working tomorrow. Do you want to come by in the afternoon?
I'm making the schedule.
Well, we could go to that pool on Octavia.
Well, not much of a swimmer, so.
From the outset, Jen and Brian's connection as actors was apparent. They had an instantaneous rapport as people. They were each deeply connected to their characters' inner lives.
If it get dark, you just ride it, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian is the heartbeat of this movie, and we are both clinging to each other to save each other from our past.
This project was a few years in the making, but then once I really got to crack open the story, I realized just how much I needed it. In this moment, we have that scene, which I always call the baptism scene. It's all about exposure.
Feels so good.
Mm-mm.
Come on. Yes.
Here we are, literally stripping down. James is finally showing her what the process is of taking his leg off. When's the last time he's actually been in the pool? When's the last time he actually thought that he could swim? All these different things happen in that particular scene where over the course of the movie, we're watching each other chip through the wall a little bit, little by little. But because of who the two of them are and how they are to each other, we're just kicking the wall in and knocking it down. And I think that what's great about that scene is that there's nowhere for them to hide. There's nothing more vulnerable I've learned than being in a body of water. Like, I've learned that being in a body of water kind of leaves you as exposed as possible, but also it brings you this bliss.
Feel like I lied to you. Antoine was sitting next to me. He was in the passenger seat. He kept saying he wanted to sit next to me in the front seat, so I just said no. That he was too small, and that he needed to be in the child seat. And I said yes. I said yes. Thought I was supposed to see us to shit like that. Give him what he asked for. Spoil him. You see,
I do.
no,
No, you don't need to say anything. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that.
Why'd you do it then?
I just felt so bad for you. James, come back.
It seemed to build into this thing of water being cleansing. It's like truth serum for both of them. They're very vulnerable and just very exposed. But also having the realization that this brokenness is not what we thought it was. Your brokenness is one thing, but don't compare that to mine.
You felt bad for me?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
I got enough people feeling bad for me.
It's not how I meant it.
Then what you mean? Oh, yeah, you don't know. What is this?
What is what?
What are we doing here, huh?
Having that interesting conversations, you know, especially like in the case of an argument where you're thinking through a person's point of view that, you know, isn't how you would see the argument from and how their past has affected them and the way that they handle conflict today. And that was amazing to do with Brian because he's extremely emotionally intelligent. I mean, he's just intelligent in every single way and very articulate.
You just assume we were the same broken people wallowing in it?
Fuck you!
Fuck you! You think I lied about my brother? What about you? You let your nephew ride in the front seat that night. What else did you leave out? Were you drinking?
it becomes a raw scene. It becomes pretty crucial. And I remember that being one of the scenes that we worked on a lot. But at the end of the day, what I do love about James and Oakland is that there's a release.
What's your excuse, though? How you treat friends, your family, everybody there just to be escape from, just to be left behind. Like they let you down instead of the other way around.
You want to find healing, and I think that that's what Causeway provided for a lot of us at that time. I hope that that is something that's reflected, that you can go home, you can identify with someone or several people, or even just with yourself, that everything is going to be okay.